Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel. How are you? Time for another little update. Oh boy, it is good to have my old bike back again. The red one just wasn't the same, even though it was the same. It feels different. The guy came and delivered it the other day, but unfortunately no one at the company realised that you might not have space to store two bikes at once, and they weren't able to pick up the hire bike at the same time. So everything's crammed in the garage at the moment, but they'll be back for it in a couple of days, so that's no problem. And our big update, if you haven't already figured it out, is that I'm not only moving jobs, but me and the missus are moving house and relocating. We're heading down to the Cotswolds, partly for the new job and partly because it's a place that we really want to live. So today my little mission is just to go and have a look at the place one last time before we exchange contracts. That's right, we're ready any second now to exchange contracts and seal the deal. And they say it's a good idea just before you do to go and have a quick look at the house from the outside and make sure it's still there. You've got to get building insurance as soon as you exchange contracts, because once you do, you have to buy the house. You're obliged to buy the house. So if, God forbid, something should happen to it, like it would burn down, or there's an earthquake or a sinkhole or something between now and completion, we'd still be obliged to buy it. So it's got to be insured. So just before we exchange contracts, it's a good idea to have a quick look. Plus it's a nice day to ride a bike. However, on my way, I've been tasked with one of the weirdest missions I've ever undertaken on the bike. We've been clearing out the loft and cupboards and stuff to try and make the move a little bit easier, and for some reason we've been left with 3 spare, can't believe I'm, rabbit toilets. Yep. So there's 2 in the top box and 1 on the back seat here. Oh, look at that clever bird hovering in place there. Don't know if you can see it. It actually makes a surprisingly comfortable backrest. I can recommend it. So I'm going to deliver them now. Ooh, plane coming overhead. Hey, have you? I'm sure there's a lot of dull men like me in the chat. Have you ever played with an app called Flight Radar 24? You can literally look up any plane that you see in the sky, point your camera at it or point your phone at it and see what it is, what flight number and plane, and various plane spotters have taken pictures of it on the ground over the years, and you can see a picture of the plane. Anyway, I'm off to a place, a magical place, where they look after and board a very large number of rabbits. It's called Fat Fluffs, and you can take your rabbit there for a little holiday when you're going on a little holiday, and it costs about as much as your holiday, but it's worth it because the rabbits are very well looked after, but also the boarding funds their main mission and purpose in life, which is rescuing I don't know what they rescue rabbits from. I guess bad owners. One of my lads from my form, the year 10s all do work experience, and some of them who haven't really been very proactive get it organised for them. And I asked one of my guys, oh, where are you going on your work experience? He said, I don't know, it's some kind of farm. Oh, okay, I said, that's interesting, going on a farm. Where is it? What's it called? And he said, I think it's called Fat Fluffs or something. He didn't understand why I got so excited. It's the land when it comes to rabbits. Farm. It's not a farm. What are you talking about? Here we go. Diddington Lane. There's not much point giving these guys a shout out, because if you're a rabbit person like us and you live in the area, you already know about Fat Fluffs. Of course you do. I can't believe it. Oh yes. Tell you what, these bungee nets are handy. Oh, look at that. She's back. There we go. Mission accomplished. Afternoon. Now, if you haven't bought and sold a house recently, I can't honestly recommend it. It's always a faff, even if things go well. Lots to sort out, and phone calls and emails and lawyers and estate agents and all sorts. Hopefully we're about there now. Last few days before we can exchange. Oh, heading towards Balsall Common. Here we are, through Balsall Common and turn right, heading south. And now it's time to head through a little town called Warwick. Historic Warwick. And I'm almost certainly not going the right way. But that's alright. You have those days where you're not really in a rush. You're just having a look around, enjoying the ride. I'll tell you what, these are the evenings that we yearn for when it's winter time, don't we? You can go out for a ride for maybe half an hour, but you wouldn't be out like this for the afternoon or evening, enjoying the day. Where can I go? I can go up there. Yeah. Windy today. Oh, gotta turn left. Can't I go up there? No, you can't. I know we can go there. I don't want to go there. Here's the old church. And the council house, I guess. I know the library's around here, because I used to go out with this girl that works in the library. You used to go out with this girl, what happened? Well, reader, I married her. Oh, look at that. Look at that rebel. Just pulled over to check directions, and that little girl was cycling round and round in circles around her little estate, practicing her hand signals for her cycling proficiency, no doubt. That kid knows the highway code better than a lot of adults. If you lived here, you'd be home by now. Here we are. A little place called Shipston on Stour. They've built a new hospital in the last year or less. Show you the sights. Here's Tesco's. Perhaps we'll grab a sandwich. Okay. I'm just going to go off and find this house and take a little look, but no need for you to come all the way with me. So, if you just stay there for a moment and promise not to cause any trouble, I'll go check out this house and I'll be right back. All right. Yep. Fantastic. Everything looks good. We are good to go. Let's go grab some lunch at 5 p.m. and we'll find a spot to sit. All right. So that's my little mission done for the day. Gonna enjoy my sandwich and then head home. Big changes coming. Wish us luck. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.